Hello and welcome to Chaos Vertex, the show where we go over the bets that you should and should not make. Alright guys, so we've got week 4, is it week 4 or week 3? I believe it's week 4 of Eleague today, and we've got some interesting matchups, so let's get right into it. So first off, we've got a doubleheader. Obviously these are all double headers, you play each team twice. You've got TSM versus Fnatic, so there's quite a bit to talk about here. So Fnatic is playing without Olaf Meister, first of all. They are playing with Winton, which is a bummer, but you know, I think Winton has filled the shoes decently. He's played pretty decently, considering the fact that, you know, you're going in knowing that you have to replace pretty much someone who's considered the best player in the world. Obviously, top 2 or 3, that's not a debate that we're having right now, but one of the best players in the world, and you're expected to replace him. Those are big shoes to fill. But he has done it pretty decently. Now, obviously, he's never going to perform at the level of Olaf Meister because he's just not that talented of a player. But they still have Flusha, they still have Dennis, they still have Crims, they still have JW, right? They're still a great team, even without Olaf. And they're still definitely a good enough team to get through this group stage. Now, here's the thing with TSM. They are playing without Twists, which is a disappointment. I believe Twists is only 17, and you have to be 18 to actually play in E-League. I believe that's what's happening. So he's just not actually old enough to play in it. So Cadian is replacing him. Cadian is a good player, but honestly, Twist has a lot of raw talent. He's a very good player, very young. He doesn't have much experience, but in terms of raw talent, I think he's more talented than Cadian. But here's the thing with TSM. They're obviously going to lack a little bit of chemistry with Cadian playing because he's not an actual part of their team. He's just a sub. And then you've got players like Semphis and FNS. So Semphis is kind of the weak link in this team. He can provide experience because he's been in the game for years, but I just don't think that he is quite as talented as everybody else on the team. I mean, you've got Automatic and Sick, who are very young and experienced, but very, very talented and can beat anybody on any day, really. I mean, especially in NA. Against Fnatic, it's a different story, but in NA, they can really go off on anybody at any time. And then FNS is more talented than Semphis, but he's also brings a little more experience. So I think FNS is kind of going to be a little bit of a leader for this team in terms of experience because he's been around for a while, and he's pretty talented as well. But at the end of the day, I mean, Fnatic is just a much stronger team here. I don't think there's much debate going on between people who think that TSM or Fnatic will win. I mean, I think that it's pretty clear Fnatic will win both games. People always ask me for a safe bet. There's no such thing as a safe bet, but if you want to go with a lower risk bet, I would go with Fnatic on this one. You're not going to get a huge return or anything like that, but you will likely win your bets. Also, I just want to mention, I was a perfect 8 of 8 in my last video. That is amazing. I didn't even bet that much money myself. I only bet like $20 on these like 8 games, and I ended up winning like $100. So that was really cool. I 5x my money. If you listen to my predictions last video, you would have gotten 5x your money. So let's see if we can keep that streak going. That was really cool. I felt really good. I was like, man, I'm back, and I'm already getting a perfect day. 8 of 8. That was pretty good in the CSGO. CSGO, or what am I saying? CSGO, ESL Cologne qualifier, and I picked 3 upsets in that day. So normally when I pick upsets, I know I'm probably gonna miss them, but I got all 3 upsets right, so that was pretty cool. Anyways, let's move on. So FaZe and Dignitas. So here's the thing with FaZe and Dignitas. Dignitas were playing in Cologne yesterday, I believe. No, I'm sorry, the day before. So they basically, both FaZe and Dignitas were both in Europe playing this weekend, and now they have to fly all the way back to Atlanta which is a 12-hour flight, by the way. So, actually, I think it's like 14 hours, to play tomorrow, which is tough on your body, your mind. I mean, you get really tired. For those of you who have taken international flights, you know what I mean. And the fact that both of these teams have probably flown over 24 hours total in the sky in the past like 3 or 4 days, that's tough on you. You're definitely going to have some jet lag. So I don't know what kind of performance Dignitas and FaZe will have in this group stage, but they're professional players, so I think they'll be able to handle it. But Dignitas and FaZe played at Cologne on Mirage, which is Dignitas' best map, especially against FaZe. They normally have beaten, I believe, in the 4 times prior to that matchup, they'd beaten Dignitas they'd beaten FaZe all 4 times. But FaZe beat them 16-8. FaZe cruised through. They went 3-0 in the qualifier and cruised to a victory very easily. Dignitas, I believe, went 3-2. They were almost eliminated, but they still did make it through the qualifier. So both teams played decently. FaZe played much, much better. Here's the thing. I think the odds are really skewed. The odds are almost 80-20 right now on Lounge. This is really risky, but I think FaZe will win. I think FaZe is looking really good right now. They've been getting better and better and better, but I think FaZe could lose one of the games. They could lose one. I don't know which one they'll lose, but if it's on Cobble, they will win. If it's on Cobble, they will win. It's one of their best maps. But if it's on another map, I don't know. I think I could see them losing one map to Dignitas because they have played pretty even in the past, and I think the odds are skewed because FaZe did just beat them in Cologne. But I think if they play 2 maps, I think that Dignitas can win one. So what I'm going to recommend is that on both games, you put a very low bet. Low bet. Super high risk here, guys. Super high risk. If you're not looking for risk, don't bet on this game. On both maps, so in case, because you don't know which one they'll win, but I think they might win one. So this is very risky, but go low on Dignitas. Put an ICB on them. Just do that because they can definitely beat FaZe. They've done it many times before. I think the odds are just skewed right now. Even though FaZe is still definitely the favorite, and FaZe will probably end up winning. Definitely one, if not both. But with the odds where they are, you can get a huge return for something that might actually happen. And then finally, I have another high risk bet for you: FaZe versus Fnatic. So guys, Fnatic, since they have not had Olofmeister, have actually lost 2 out of 3 times to FaZe. FaZe is really good at playing Fnatic when they don't have Olofmeister, and I think that FaZe can actually beat them at least one map. So again, I'm going to recommend a low bet on FaZe. This one I think is actually more likely than the Dignitas one because FaZe has so much talent right now, and FaZe is peaking at the right time. They have been kind of building themselves up, and they were kind of a mid-tier European team and kind of rising, and now FaZe are so high they're still kind of lowly ranked on like HLTV and places like that, but in the way they're playing like a top 6 or 7 team in the world right now, and they can definitely knock off Fnatic without Olofmeister. If they had Olofmeister, it'd be a different story. But in this matchup, since they've been playing without Olofmeister, FaZe has been playing really well against them. I think that FaZe will win one game. I'm telling you right now, and with only 25% odds on Loud, I'm looking at it right now. I'm sure it'll change. I think that FaZe can definitely win this. I think that you can get a huge return, so I'll recommend a low bet on FaZe in both games, and you're going to probably lose one of those bets, but the other one will make up with the return that you will get. I'm telling you, FaZe will be amazing, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. I do have a new video series coming out this week. You guys are really going to like it. I have some cool people coming. The video, I'm recording it tonight. It's going to be a collaboration type thing. I don't want to give too many spoilers, but it will be coming out later this week. I don't know yet, probably Wednesday or Thursday, but I'm recording it tonight. I'm really excited for that, so I gotta go finish editing this video and upload it and then get ready for that collab. Anyways, guys, I will see you later. Be sure to like and subscribe, and let me know what you think of these games in the comments. I think that I'm feeling confident with my upset picks. I think that I think the FaZe over Fnatic one is really intriguing me. Anyways, guys, I'll see you later.